Hello viewers, today we're going to be diagnosing and repairing a Ford F-150 with an annoying little message that pops up on the dash whenever you start the vehicle. So as you can see, the trailer brake gain message pops up on the dash, and then after you press the OK button, it goes away. But as you can see, there's no trailer attached to the truck, and nothing plugged into the trailer wire harness. Now this F-150 has an integrated trailer brake controller. It's mounted right below the four-wheel drive switch to the left of the radio. Now there's a plus and a minus button to increase and decrease trailer braking. And then there's a little slider here that slides to apply and release your trailer brakes. So you push the plus button to increase trailer braking power, and you push the minus button. Oh, and there we go. As you can see, the button was sticking. So what I found out what was going on is something was spilled into this trailer brake control module and is causing the minus button to stick every once in a while. As you can see, it's sticking. So I kind of played around with it a little bit, got my fingernail in there and managed to get it loose. But the message is still popping up on the dash, as you can see. And then it goes away after you hit the OK button. So I believe the module is shorted out internally. Whatever was spilled on it probably made its way to the circuit board and the electronics and shorted it out somewhere. Now replacing this module is a piece of cake. The first step is to release the steering column height adjustment lever and lower the steering column down all the way. Then you carefully remove this piece of trim. You want to grab it from the bottom and get your fingernails underneath the trim piece and pull out. Don't be afraid of breaking it because the little retainers pop loose. Now to the reason why we lowered the steering column down. This little gray piece of trim that goes around the dash cluster has to be popped loose from the silver piece which houses this vent in the dash. So you pop the trim piece loose, and then wiggle the piece of trim out. Now, if your vehicle is four-wheel drive, you're going to have to take this four-wheel drive switch out. So disconnect the switch, and then out it comes. Then you'll need a 7mm socket. In this case, I have it attached to a small driver here, an electric driver, to make the process easier and faster. So remove the two screws that hold the module in place, and out comes the module. Then disconnect the electrical connector from the old trailer brake control module. And there it is. As you can see, there's some residue here from something being spilled on it. I don't know what it is, maybe a soda or something, but I can't really get the button to stick now, probably because I've been playing with it so much. But over time, it'll get stuck again, and even if it's not stuck, the annoying message is still popping up on the dash. So we're just gonna replace the entire module. And here's the new module. As you can see, nice and clean. Buttons push nice and easily, everything works. So let's go ahead and install this. It's basically the reverse procedure of how you took the old one out. Connect the electrical connector. Make sure your four-wheel drive switch electrical connector stays above the module. Slide the new module in place, line it up with the little tabs, and then reinstall your screws. Now don't forget to plug your four-wheel drive switch back in before you put this piece of trim back on. Plug it back in and it snaps in place. Now remember, the silver dash trim piece has to go behind the gray instrument cluster trim piece. So just work it behind the trim piece like so. It'll line up, and then just give it a good little push, and everything locks in place. Go all the way down. And don't forget to secure your dash piece as well. Then return the steering column back to the height the owner had it. And voila! No more trailer brake message showing up on your instrument cluster. Now this was a super quick and easy repair, so I thought why not take a little bit more time and see if I can take this apart and find out what was causing our problem. Now once I got the plate off here, this got pretty interesting. It turns out there are two little mini buttons on the circuit board per button on the face here. So in other words, here's your minus button, and as you can see on the circuit board, there are two buttons actually for the minus button. And if you look at the top button here, you can see it's nice and shiny blue. But if you look at the bottom one, you can see it's got a brown oily substance on it, like grease, or like I was saying earlier, like a soda or something. So I don't know what exactly would cause that, but that's our problem. So it might have shorted out something on the circuit board, or it could be just this little button sticking itself. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Some of you are thinking what I was initially thinking when I started this job. Oh, I'll just clean the button out and it'll be all good to go. If it were my vehicle, I would do something like that, because if the problem happens again, I know what to do. But with this being someone else's vehicle, I want to make sure that the job's done right and that he isn't going to have this problem again as he's going down the road. Nobody likes comebacks. Nobody likes to have to take their truck back again for the same exact problem. While I would take the chance and try to clean the button out if it was my personal truck, I still don't do that for other people's vehicles because I want to make sure that the job is done right. If the problem comes back while I'm driving the truck, I know what to look for. But if it comes back again while the owner has it, he's not going to know what to do, and he's going to call me and be upset that his truck has a problem again. So that's why I went with just replacing the whole module on this truck. It wasn't too expensive, and I can shake his hand and guarantee him that the problem is fixed and he doesn't have to worry about it coming back again. Hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial video. If you're considering an F-150 and want to see how the Ford F-150 EcoBoosts are holding up, I have a video of these with over 200,000 miles on it, and you can check that out. As always, I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you next time.